What is going on, everybody? My name is Prodigal Lion and welcome to this video. Today we are going to be talking about some tips for Rainbow Six Siege, and the game mode we are going to be talking about today is Hostage. I'm going to be giving you guys a few tips on how to attack and how to defend the hostage. Now, even though these can be somewhat used for, I guess, some people who are experienced with the game, I'd say that this video is mostly for beginners because they're pretty simple and basic tips. They're not really too complicated and skill type of thing. It's just more a few things that'll help you better your game in Hostage. Now, the first tip I have for you guys is this. Never use fuse while attacking. There is no point to him. Like, what are you going to do? Why would you want to fight? I guess you can use him. I guess there are certain areas on a map that you could shoot the grenade launcher thing into. But the bottom line is that more than likely, they are going to be surrounding the hostage. Every now and then in Hostage, you'll see like maybe one or two people going throughout the building. But most of the time, everybody's sticking there with the hostage. So why would you want to fire your grenades into the room with the hostage? You do know if you kill the hostage, you lose, right? There have been so many times I've seen people lose a game or a match in Hostage because they kill the freaking hostage with fuse. I mean, seriously, what are you expecting to happen? Oh, I'm gonna get these guys so good. I'm gonna get them so good. I'm gonna get them so good. Take grenade, bitches. Who's up? What the fuck? Now this brings me to my next point of a defense hostage that you should not use while defending the hostage. Never use Yeager. There's no point in him. There really is. It's not that it's bad to use him, but once again, more than likely the attacking team isn't going to shoot any kind of grenades or anything into the room with the hostage. Yes, they could throw a stun grenade or something like that in, but that honestly very rarely happens to me, surprisingly. So, I mean, Yeager isn't bad, I guess, but it's kind of a waste of an operator. You should go more with a different operator, one that'll be more useful, because odds are they're not going to be throwing anything into the room with the hostage. So there's no point in Yeager's defense system being on the wall, because if they're not throwing anything into the room, the defense system isn't going to defend anything. So yeah, if I was you guys, I would definitely use a different operator while defending the hostage rather than use Yeager. Okay, so the next tip is going to be this. Don't throw a grenade into the room where the hostage is held. Pretty simple. This next tip should be pretty obvious, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you're attacking, don't accidentally shoot the hostage. Duh, I know. Sounds like a pretty obvious tip, but I was playing Hostage the other day, defending the hostage, when the enemy did this.
Hostage hit. Hostage KIA.
Oh shit! What up? If you are the last surviving member of your team while you are defending the hostage, be sure to stay near the hostage. I can't tell you how many times I died while defending the hostage. I had one teammate left, and then the enemy team just makes off with the hostage. They pick him up and just run him out because my teammate isn't defending. You need to stay near the hostage. Don't even stay in the same room of as the hostage if you don't want to, because that can be what the enemy expects and can get you killed. If you want to stay in the next room over to the hostage, then do that. Or if you want to stay across the hall, then do that. Just be sure you're near the hostage and you always have the hostage in your sight. That way the enemy team can't just pick him up and run him out. But you obviously need to know what you're doing and know how to kill off the enemy if they run in, because if you don't, then this is what happens.
Operator has eyes on the hostage. One friendly remaining.
So yeah, that clip that you just watched shows a perfect example of a possibility where maybe I could have stayed in another room and stayed a little bit further from the hostage. Because the enemy ultimately didn't know for a fact I was there, but they assumed that I was there because that's where the hostage was. So they fired in a bunch of flashbangs and they got me.
Surprise, motherfucker!
You can hide in another room next to the hostage. You can hide in the room with the hostage. Both ways work. It just varies depending on the situation and depending on the team you are facing. While you are defending the hostage, one tip I have is to be sure to pick an operator that has barbed wire, because it is very, very helpful to place barbed wire around the hostage. That way it slows the enemy down if they do get in there to try to grab the hostage. And if you do have the operator Frost, it is a very good idea to hide her welcome mats underneath the barbed wire. That way not only does the enemy get slowed down, but they also won't see the welcome mat, and if they do somehow get through the barbed wire and grab the hostage, then they will get killed by the welcome mat. This is the last tip I have for you guys. It is so simple, but it is so true. If you're attacking and you get the chance to grab the hostage and run him out, be sure to do it. Everybody plays Rainbow Six Siege as if it's just a team deathmatch game, but you got to keep in mind there is an objective, and there's always an objective, and you don't have to kill off the enemy team to win. There have been plenty of times I've run out the hostage myself to win the game, or a teammate of mine has run out the hostage to win. There have even been times when the enemy team has run out the hostage against my team. Keep in mind, this is an objective game, not a team deathmatch game. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did or found this very helpful, then please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribing is also always very, very greatly appreciated. My name is Prodigal Lion, and I will see you guys in the next video.